Hi guys, so before we get into the video, I just wanted to make the announcement that I've decided to monetize my YouTube channel. It's not something that I wanted to do, hence why I've put off doing it for so long, but I did always say that I wouldn't just turn on monetization and not say anything, hence why I think it's only fair that I give an explanation as to why I've decided to do this. So firstly, and the main reason why I've decided to do this is because of the money that I am outlaying every month. Like, I basically spend, I think it's £22 a month, or it's either 21 or £22 a month on a Premiere Pro subscription, which allows me obviously to edit videos. I also spend I think it's either 15 or £16 a month on a Epidemic Sound subscription. So that's 35, 36, 37 pound right off the bat before we even start thinking about camera equipment and stuff like that. So speaking of equipment, I've just spent a hell of a lot of money on a new iPad. The reason I have done this is because I want to go back to editing on the iPad. I just feel like it makes me so much more consistent. It's so much easier from my point of view. Like, if you remember 5 years ago, summer 2019, when I was on tour, I was so much more consistent with the videos. Like, I was knocking videos out at almost every venue, and now I've got videos. I mean, we're now in nearly December, and I've got videos stored on my hard drive from like August that I like. Don't get me wrong, Premiere Pro is an amazing it's an amazing bit of software. Like, it's really, really good, but it's just making me lazy. Like, I just don't have the mental energy to get the laptop out, go on Premiere Pro and sit there and edit a video. It's just like, I don't particularly enjoy it. The only reason I do it is to make a video and get it out for you guys, the viewers, you know. And since I have started doing TikTok, which I'm just editing on my phone, like, I mean, TikTok only lets you make 10-minute videos anyway, but like, I can do a drive from place to place, nip all the footage off the GoPro, sorry, onto my phone, edit it, knock it up, and knock it out straight away. Like, I can do it in the space of like a couple of hours, you know, and it makes me so much more consistent, and I actually enjoy it more as well. Like I said, I don't particularly enjoy using Premiere Pro. As good as it is, it's just not enjoyable for me to use. So I want to go back to editing on my iPad. So what that means for you is obviously going back to more regular uploads. I said a couple of years ago, if I was to monetize the channel, I wouldn't just spam videos out for the sake of it, just to try and make some money out of YouTube. That's not what I'm about, and I maintain that integrity. But what I will be doing is posting more consistently if I feel like something is worth filming. Like, I've got a good feeling about next year. I think there's some good stuff to look forward to, and I want to share that with you. I don't want to have footage sat around from months ago like I have now that might not even get posted, you know, because as a YouTube viewer, you know, I have my favorite channels, and like, I understand. I get so many messages on social media like, oh, you know, when's the next video? When's the next video? And like, I feel bad. I feel like genuinely bad for not being consistent with my uploads. Like, I understand. Again, you know, obviously I watch YouTube. I watch people on YouTube, and like, when they're not posting, you know, I'm kind of the same. I'm like, you know, come on, when's the next video? So my side of the deal is that I will be more consistent. Again, like I said, I'm not just going to spam videos for the sake of it, but, you know, hopefully the uploads will be more regular. So the format of the videos is going to remain exactly the same. I'm still going to be doing exactly what I'm doing now, which is basically driving around, talking absolute nonsense, waffling to you guys, and a little bit of time lapse thrown in here and there, and every now and then a bit of drone footage when I can get it up. I like to try and be informative where possible, but yeah, everything else is going to remain exactly the same. The only thing I might do, or I might try, is, for example, I've just driven, well, like a couple of weeks ago, I went from Brussels, or just outside of Brussels, to Lisbon in Portugal, and I posted the trip on TikTok, but like TikTok only lets you post 10-minute videos. So I just basically did every day as a different segment, and I uploaded like 4 days of 10-minute videos. I might have a go at that, just because not everybody likes the long videos. Like, obviously, I know some of you like long videos, but it's getting people's attention span for that amount of time. Not everybody wants to watch that. Like, some people prefer shorter videos. So I might, every now and then, if I'm on a long drive, I might just do, you know, 10-15 minute video per day, rather than getting to the end of the drive, you know, and turning it into like an hour and a half long video, which I do sometimes. So I may do that, I may not, I may just keep it as long videos, but yeah, everything else remains the same. So thank you for listening and hopefully understanding. I tried to be, you know, as honest as I can and a genuine person, and that's why I felt like I would, you know, do an explanation. It doesn't make any difference to you, the subscriber. You know, I would never ask anybody for any money, or, you know, go down the member route or anything. But if I can get some money back from YouTube, you know, for the money that I'm spending, you know, even just a little bit, that would help me out so much. So we've now got this video, which I've edited on Premiere Pro on my laptop. And then after that, I am moving everything over to the iPad. So I've still got another 2 videos after this to come. They will be posted this year, I can promise you that. So you've got at least another 3 videos, obviously this one, plus another 2. I may even throw in another bonus video, just because I'm still on tour at the minute, and hopefully I'm going to have this backlog cleared soon enough. So yeah, thank you for listening. God, I've rambled on so much and we've not even got into the video yet. With all that said, thank you for listening, thank you for understanding, and let's get into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are off to Paris. It's not quite that straightforward. So today's Sunday. It is now 8:30 p.m. Sunday evening, and I am collecting a trailer. So basically, I'm bobtailing. For those of you who are not aware of like trucking terms, bobtailing basically means I'm driving the tractor unit without a trailer. So I'm bobtailing down to the outskirts of Paris, where I'm going to collect a trailer that's been left on site somewhere. So I'm collecting that on Tuesday, and I'm going to load out of a hotel in Paris on Wednesday. Oh, that's a nice sky. Yes, I'm bobtailing down to the outskirts of Paris. I am collecting the trailer Tuesday. I'm going to load out from a hotel in Paris on Wednesday, and then tipping back Weston-super-Mare on Thursday. Or at least that is the plan. So the reason why I'm leaving now is because I need to have a 24-hour rest somewhere. So, because I was working yesterday, by the way, I didn't get back in the yard till like 4 o'clock this morning. So I could have had a 24 right there and then left, you know, obviously 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, Monday. But then, you know, obviously I would have got caught in all the traffic, Monday morning traffic on the way down to Dover. And I'm just not about that, to be honest, if I can help it. So what I'm going to do is get down to Dover tonight, get across. It's going to be the early hours of, I would imagine it's probably going to be 5-6 o'clock. All right, I'm under control. Calm down. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I am going to park up somewhere in France early hours of tomorrow morning, obviously tomorrow Monday, probably about 6 or 7 o'clock or something, and then I'll have a 24 from there, and then I'll have cleared a 24 by, you know, say 7 o'clock Tuesday morning, and then on Tuesday I'll continue the journey. I'll run down, get the trailer, and then park up again and ready for the loadout on Wednesday morning. So yeah, like I said, the main reason for me to come in tonight was really to avoid as much traffic as possible. So just about to pull into the docks at Dover. It's now 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember what time I set off and started recording, but if you're wondering why I've lost some time, but I'm still within my 4.5 hour drive, it's because I stopped to get some fuel on the way down. So I'm 4 hours 18 minutes driving I'm on now, but there shouldn't be any hold-ups coming through here. I'm kind of glad that I left at this time as well, because I've actually had a good run down, aside from all the bloody roadworks down the M1 and on the M25 and on the M2 and on the M20. What am I talking about? No, it's been rubbish, but I've actually managed to keep it moving for the most part. But yeah, the M20 was short and the M2 was short. Like, honestly, I hate driving in this country. I know I said last time I got back, I said I'm kind of glad to be back, or I said I'm looking forward to getting back, and then I took it back straight away. But I just don't understand why they have to close all the roads every night. There's something. Right, I'll just do my passport control and then I'll come back to you. Yeah, so the good thing about coming through at this time of day is that I've not had any hold-ups with Operation Brock and Operation Tap and whatever other bloody operations they've got going on down here. Pretty much just rolled straight through everything, so if I can be on a boat by 2:30, I'll be very happy. But if I can be on a boat by 3, I'll still be happy. Which means I'll be off by 6 o'clock French time. Let's pray. Ferry roulette. Oh, you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. I'm on the 0125. It's 10 past 1 now. They've put me on Irish ferries. Put me on the 0125 Irish ferries. I don't know if it's because I haven't got a trailer or what. She said, I gave her the GMR and my passport, and she said, are you empty? And I said, she obviously wasn't looking. I said, I haven't got a trailer. And she said, oh, we're down as an Arctic. So I don't know if she's thought because he's not got a trailer, maybe he can squeeze on the back of this next one or what. What a gem. What a gem. Cheers. Well, I tell you what, leaving at this time, or coming through here at this time, has been a fantastic decision, if I may say so myself. Oh, come on. Don't make me put the belt on for driving at 10 miles an hour on the dock. It's also been really nice to just be able to come straight through, not have to mess about doing customs and stuff like that, just like the good old days. Leave when you want, you know, kind of go at your own time and pace. That's absolutely brilliant. 4 hours, 27 minutes driving. You may say I've taken a bit of a risk, but I didn't get an infringement regardless. And normally, obviously, you know, I expected that I would have had to wait on the dock for at least an hour, which we normally do, but what a result. What an absolute result. Over the moon. Which means I'll be off I'll be off by 4:30 French time, could be parked up by 5. Happy days. See you on the other side. Alright, away we go. It is now 4:20 AM. French time, of course. So I'm basically just going to head down the A16 and pull in the first service station and call it a day there, or call it a night, morning, whatever. But that's where I'm going to stop for my 24. But to be honest with you, I'm just happy to have broken the back of it, or at least got the ferry and stuff out of the way. So a good thing about not having a trailer on is that it should make life so much, well, it will make life so much easier for parking up. I shouldn't struggle as much to find a space. I've got a greater variety, shall we say, as to where I can actually park, with obviously without the trailer. And don't get me wrong, when it comes to driving, I would imagine if you ask like 90% of lorry drivers will tell you they prefer driving with the trailer. I certainly do anyway. Just because it just feels so much sturdier. Like it's not unsturdy without the trailer, but I just feel like it with the trailer. See, I'm just going to pull up here, I think. Shall I pull up here, or shall I go into an actual bay? I just kind of want to be close by to the shop where the truck's within view, you know. With obviously not having the trailer, I've got like I said, I've got more options as to where I can park. So we're going to call it here, and that's going to do me for my 24-hour rest now. So it's now 10 to 5 over here, and yeah, I think I was just saying it's I feel so much sturdier when I've got the trailer on. I just definitely prefer driving with the trailer, but as you can see, not having the trailer certainly has its advantages. There's no way, obviously, if I'd have had the trailer, that I'd have been able to nip in this little gap here. So as a whole, everything's gone very well, hasn't it? I feel like we're in for something's gonna trip me up somewhere. Like things have just gone almost too well, haven't they? But we'll sleep on it. Yeah, obviously as you can see it's still dark, so I'm certainly gonna get straight off to bed, and I shall fill you in on Tuesday morning. Ciao for now. Good morning. Welcome back to a lovely looking northern France this morning. So I have just come off my 24-hour rest. It's obviously now Tuesday morning. I parked up there around about 4:45. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Why do you do that? I hate these toll boxes. You just never know whether it's going to work or not. I always worry about going in the 30-kilometer lane, which is the lane where you don't have to fully stop, just because that can happen. And if you, I mean, you can end up with a queue of angry truckers behind you if it doesn't work. So right, as I was saying before, basically my files keep getting corrupted for some reason on the GoPro. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I was saying I basically had like 29 hours off in there. Obviously I parked up at like 4:45, there or thereabouts, on yesterday morning, Monday morning, and there was really no need for me to get up and push on right after a 24. I've got plenty of time today. All I've got to do is collect the trailer, and then I'm loading in Paris on Wednesday. So as long as I get the trailer in good time today and get parked up so that I can have my daily rest and then start early in the morning, then time is on my side. So the place where I'm collecting the trailer, it looks like a garden centre. One of our other drivers is down there now. He sent me a trailer. He sent me a picture of the trailer yesterday, and it's got a load of plants on it and the roof's all open. So I have never had to open or close the roof on these trailers in my career. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully I'm not going to struggle to get the roof closed or anything. We shall see. But yes, I think tomorrow is going to be fun and games. The place where I'm loading from is right by the Arc de Triomphe in the centre of Paris. Well, not smack bang in the centre, but it's inside the Ferry, which is like the inner Paris ring road, if you like. So we're gonna have some fun and games tomorrow. I'll take you around the Ferry with me, which will be good fun. Hopefully, should make for good viewing, good content. So I am 167 miles from my trailer. Hopefully I'll be able to do that in a 4.5-hour drive. Just depends how bad the traffic is when I get nearer to Paris. I shall keep you posted. I'll catch up with you in a bit. So apparently this is where my trailer is. It's a bit of a weird place. Done quite well actually. It's taken me 3 hours 40 minutes to do 184 miles, I think it was, when I set off. And that includes coming around the outskirts of Paris as well, on some national roads and some through some towns, if you like, traffic lights and stuff. We've had a really good run down. I can see the trailer just. There she is, sports fans, there she is. If you know, you know about that video. Right, let's bang underneath this trailer and see what's what. I'll probably take a break here as well, actually. I'm not gonna even attempt to head into Paris with 50 minutes driving remaining. So this is what we're looking like at the minute. No idea how we've got involved in this or why there's a load of plants on the trailer, but here we are at a garden centre collecting a trailer full of plants. So I'll get banged under the trailer, hitched up, close the curtains, take a break, and then figure it out from there. Right, let's get on our way into Paris. So it's only 21 miles, this place where I'm heading to, and it's saying it's going to take 50 minutes, which I'm quite surprised about. And you need to understand how it is driving in Paris and whereabouts in Paris this place is to understand why I'm surprised that it's only going to take me 50 minutes to do 20 miles, or so it says anyway. But we don't believe everything the sat-nav says. Of course we don't. So we're about to tackle the Stop! God's sake! We're about to tackle the infamous Ferry. It looks to be moving actually, which is a surprise in its own. I don't know what it is, you know, but I'm just feeling a little bit nervous. I don't know why, because I'm more than confident in my abilities, you know, and driving. It's just the other people around me. You just never know what you're going to encounter coming into cities like this. Honestly, by periphery standards, this is really good going. We're actually cruising now at 60 kilometers an hour, or just under 40 miles an hour. This is running smoothly, as smooth as I've ever seen it. There you go, look, perfect example of what to expect when you come into places like this. So I'm hoping we might get another view now of the Eiffel Tower, or very shortly. I think once I get down to the bottom here, that's the Trocadero, and then the Eiffel Tower, like I said, is kind of just over the other side of the River Seine. They've changed all the roundabout around here. Look, this is really weird, because the sat nav's saying one thing and the roundabout's saying another. So I'm gonna need you won't be able to see the Eiffel Tower as well, because of, oh, that's crazy, it's so close, it's literally so close I can see it right through the gap in the buildings here. Crazy. And then just up the top of the street here is the Arc de Triomphe, which you won't be able to see now, but you'll see that in the morning. And do you know what? Okay, I take it back. That was nowhere near as bad as I thought, because this place where I'm heading to is literally just up here and then on the right hand side. I'm gonna reverse into one of the streets here. It's very, and it's going to sound stupid because we're in France, but it's very French looking, isn't it? You know, like when you see, I don't know about some of you guys, but I see pictures of buildings and I can almost like pinpoint, not exactly, you know, where they are, but I can almost point which country they're in, you know, just by looking at the buildings. Like, I feel like each place has their own kind of style, and if you look at that over to my left hand side there, that's a very, very French style of cafe there. Very, very French style. You see all the awnings out and the wicker chairs outside. People sat outside with their coffees and croissants. That's all very Parisian, French in general. See, like, here's another one, look, on the corner just up here on the left. It's very nice. It's very pretty looking, that, if you ask me. So I think I want to dip into the service road, because I'm going to be reversing. I know it says buses only, but I'm going to be reversing and I'm going to need all the room here. I'm just going to call our driver and tell him I'm going to have to stop. Call our driver and tell him that I'm just here. Hopefully get him to come and watch me in. I'm going to come back to you after I've loaded out tomorrow, because I need to concentrate now. I need to focus. I'll speak to you tomorrow. And we're all loaded. So when I said to you guys, we're right by the Arc de Triomphe, you're going to see exactly what I mean. Just how close we really are. So you're about to see the infamous now. I believe that you actually see, the first time I came up here, I've done this before, I have done it a couple of times before, but it really confused the hell out of me, because actually you're supposed to give way to traffic coming onto the roundabout, not the other way round. So traffic coming onto the roundabout has right of way, look. So I'm just going to drive out here now and everybody's going to stop for me. Well, they probably won't because it's France, but they're supposed to anyway. Lovely jubbly. I'm not sure which exit I need, and the sat nav is not playing ball at the minute, so I'm gonna have to take a wild guess or try and remember from last time. That's not really the best place to cross, mate, if I'm honest with you. Not on this roundabout of all roundabouts. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I completely just forgot that you're supposed to give way to what's coming onto the roundabout, and I didn't give way there. No, I'm hoping this is the exit that I need to take me down to the Ferry, but I can't remember if it is or not. And like I said, the sat nav's not playing at the minute. Yeah, fortunately, nothing came onto the roundabout there while I was coming around, because I should have given way really, and I forgot. And that's my mistake, and I'll hold my hands up to it. Honestly, I have never seen Paris this quiet. You saw the street when I came up it yesterday, and you saw the street when I came up it just now. I've never seen Paris like this. This is crazy. So believe it or not, I actually picked the right exit off the roundabout first time. And this is going to take me right back onto the Ferry just here. Do you know what? If I'm not mistaken, I've done a job at a hotel just over the other side of the junction there. I'm sure I have. Yeah, I have. There's a hotel right there, the Hyatt Regency. You probably might not see that on the GoPro. I've actually done a job at this hotel before as well. How crazy. Pretty crazy, because I don't do, actually, fortunately, a great deal in Paris. And I'm not mad about it. So, quick recap anyway. It's now Wednesday afternoon. 2:50 p.m. and I'm actually not tipping tomorrow now. I thought I was tipping in Weston-super-Mare tomorrow, but apparently I'm now tipping Friday. So I'm on a clean card, well, cleanish. Obviously I've just been loading outside the hotel, but I'm now on a fresh drive and I've got the majority of a clean card. And I reckon I can get to Weston-super-Mare tonight, or, well, it's going to be tomorrow morning. It's going to be early hours tomorrow morning. I reckon I can get there. And if that's the case, if I could get there early hours tomorrow morning, I can park on their doors or very nearby, and I'll actually have another 24 hours off. Not that I need it, because obviously I had one Monday. But you know, Monday morning into Tuesday morning, but the option is there if I need to. So if I kick some butt tonight, I'm going to get to Weston-super-Mare tomorrow morning, and then I'm tipping Friday morning. I love this job sometimes. I love this job. So I'm just approaching the turnoff now for the A1, and I've used 15 minutes driving. This is, I'm sorry for repeating myself again, this is just insane. This is insane. I've just driven from inside Paris to onto the A1 in less than 15 minutes. You don't understand. You do not understand how much of a momentous occasion this really is. Once I get out of here, it's plain sailing. It's literally 2 roads to Calais. Hey, hey, there you go, look, there you go. That's more like it. I'm almost excited to see a bit of traffic, because it's like, what's been going on all this time? To be fair, it might just be an accident, because I did hear there's a, I can't see if that's a police or an ambulance just going up there with the blue lights on, but there might be something. There might be some kind of incident. And this is the Paris we all know. But yeah, it's literally 2 roads to Calais from here. It's A1 straight up to the A26. So it's, yeah, A1 all the way up to the A26, and then the A26 will take me all the way into Calais. So, yeah, crazy. So, look at this van on the right hand side of me in a minute. I'm hoping he's going to come up the inside of me now, or the outside. Look at the graffiti on this van. This is why I would not want to park. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Look at the graffiti all over that. He's got a mirror missing as well, look. He's got his near side mirror missing. It's both sides. Oh, God. Can you imagine? I mean, it doesn't bear thinking about how much our trailers are worth. But can you imagine parking, you know, a nice, clean trailer at, you know, somewhere and coming back to something like that? I mean, fortunately, with all due respect, that van's not worth a great deal of money. But I mean, wow. It's all over, it's covered. The whole van is covered. Top to bottom, front to back. Both sides. Well, that's kind of weird. We just lost 15 minutes sat in traffic there, and literally got to that corner just there, and then it just like all disappeared. It said on the matrix boards there was an accident, but there wasn't. I don't know if that was the backlog from an accident earlier and they've cleared it up and people were still queuing. But yeah, we just queued up there for 15 minutes, and then, like I said, we got to the corner and just everything started moving again like normal. So hopefully that'll be the last of it now, and we can make our way on up to Calais without any other hold-ups. So I guess you shall join me when we get back to Calais. So here we go again, an all too familiar sight for you guys, I'm sure. The approach to Calais ferry terminal. time for another game of Ferry Roulette. It is now 6:40 p.m. Don't mind me, mate, just take the gold corner if you want. It's now 6:40 p.m. Oh, I tell you what, the lanes are fairly quiet. If I can be on a ferry by 8:30, I'll take it. However, as you probably know by now, it's not always what time you get booked on the ferry, it's how soon you get through the shed. Because you can be on, I mean, they could book us on a ferry for 7 o'clock, but I'd never make it because obviously I would never get through the checks in time. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good through there, is it? This is just for passport control. I mean, we've not even got to the sheds yet. So, I don't know. Fingers crossed, eh? Right, unfortunately, the next ferry, or the next one that I'm booked on, is 9:05. So I'm 35 minutes outside of where I said I'll be happy if I can get on there at 8:30. I'm actually on at 9:05, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. There's no point getting stressed. And, you know, on the bright side, there's no point me worrying about, or there's no need for me to worry about, you know, trying to get through passport control and get the carnet stamped and get on the ferry in time. I don't need to worry about that. I've got plenty of time. I say that, but hopefully the checks aren't. Oh, actually, do you know what, right? Is he gonna let me go? Or, yeah, fine. Do you know something? It's completely flew over my head, the fact that I've got a curtain sider on. And it's so much quicker with a curtain sider, because with the box trailers, you go through the shed and they put these things on your tires. I believe it's a heartbeat monitor, and I think they can detect like you know, heartbeat or whatever inside the trailer. But when you've got a curtain, you just literally drive through a scanner and drive round. You don't have to, well, you don't typically stop unless they're obviously queuing back to go through the scanner. But actually, yeah, because I've got a curtain on, it should be a little bit quicker going through. But regardless, I've got plenty of time now. I've got 2 hours and 20 minutes before the ferry even departs. So usually, if I would have a box on, I would obviously go to my left here with the rest of the hard-sided trucks, trailers, and I'd be queuing in there for minimum, I would say there's a minimum of an hour's queue there. It's rammed. But yeah, the beauty of having the flappy side, as they call them sometimes, is just driving straight through here. And I know for a fact there's nobody on here, because I haven't stopped since I left Paris. So it'd be some kind of an absolute miracle if there was to be somebody on here. Hey, give me a curtain more often, actually. I like that. Fantastic. And if you're coming out of here with an ATA carnet, you've probably seen it before. I think I've probably recorded it anyway. I've actually kind of took the wrong side of the roundabout, but what you do is come over here through this little gap here, you can see where the railings have been hit so many times, because they actually, when you're coming off the roundabout with the swing of your bulkhead on the trailer, it's actually quite tight. That it's not tight, but you can see why it gets hit. So in this building on my left hand side is where I get the Calais stamped for my re-exportation. I reckon we're gonna get a wicked sunset this evening. So I was just having a look on Google Maps there. I think I was pretty spot on, to be honest, with what I estimated what it would take for somewhere between 4 and 4.5 to get to Weston-super-Mare. It's actually just outside Weston-super-Mare, the place, but it's 214 miles. I think I said 200-ish, so I was pretty close, to be fair. Jump, let's see. I'm pretty sure this is the new ferry as well, where it actually docks at both ends, because like how it normally works is they obviously face forward into the port, and then, or is it, I think in Dover it backs onto the port, but then when it sails out of Dover into Calais, it just goes straight forward and then docks forward in Calais. But then when it comes out of Calais, it pulls out, well, it obviously kind of I don't suppose reverse is the correct term, but it comes out backwards and then it like turns around in the port area and then sails forward into Dover, and then it turns around again in Dover port. But this new one, you can actually board and what's the technical term, disembark both ends, so it doesn't actually turn around. It just literally sails in one direction all the time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, because it almost looks new in here, doesn't it? Like, you look at the paintwork and that, it's very bright. Everything's really bright compared to normal. Just like that, back in Blighty. 9:55 p.m. So that wasn't too bad. And I would estimate that we can hopefully get this customs done by about 11. And then it's going to take me 4 and a little bit to my destination, so I should hopefully be parked up just after 3 AM, I would imagine. I don't know what it is, but I just quite enjoy these little runs into the night. Like when I come off the ferry here at like this kind of time, you know, and I've got like a little drive in front of me, I kind of enjoy it. I enjoy driving anyway, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't do it for a living, you know, like full time. but I don't know, there's something so peaceful when I'm not dealing with stress anyway of road closures and roadworks and all that nonsense. Like, there's something so peaceful about just running at night when the roads are quiet and get your music on and get in my own headspace, you know, and just like the things people say to me, like, oh, don't you get bored of driving? Like, don't you get bored of driving all the time? People who don't drive, obviously, you know, like if you don't drive for a living, you know, you don't really get it. And I understand that. I don't expect you to understand, you know, if you don't do it for a living. Like, some people just don't like driving, which is fine. And another thing is, it is so different, and I cannot just what's the word? I can't remember what the word is that I'm looking for. But I cannot stress this enough. It's so different driving the truck than it is to driving the car. I hate driving my car on the motorway. I hate driving my car long distance. You put me in the truck, I'll drive anywhere. Do not care. Any distance, anywhere, I'm down for it. But getting me in the car, I hate driving to, like, sometimes when I go on holiday and I take my car down to the airport, say Heathrow or Gatwick or something, hate it. Really do. Well, that's the Calais done. That's my import sorted. Took 15 minutes. And you know what? I think I'm just going to come here every time now. We have to pay a tenner. We have to pay £10 to process a Calais now in Motus Dover. But do you know something? I spend more than 10 minutes walking to the office and back in Sevington, let alone waiting in the queue, which took over an hour and a half last time, and the time it takes to process the Calais, which is usually in the region of about 45 minutes. You can easily spend 2.5 hours in Sevington. So just bear with me a sec. Honestly, that is just so stress-free going in there and getting it done there. I think I'm just going to do that every time. I'd rather pay £10 out of my own money for the time it actually saves messing around in Sevington. But guess what? So I'm just sat in there, and I thought I'll just have a look on Google Maps and see what roads are open, or what roads aren't open, should I say. And you couldn't make it up. Well, I want to say you couldn't make it up, but it's almost too predictable to be true. Guess what? The M25 is closed. Right where I need to go. Oh dear, what to do? I really don't want to stop in Cobham. I had this last time. In fact, I think it's in my very last video when I had to stay in Cobham and I left myself more than I wanted to do the following day. And to be honest with you, I don't need to do anything tomorrow. If I could, essentially, I could have a day off tomorrow. You know, once I get parked up tonight, you know, like I said, I'm not tipping until I'm not actually tipping until midday on Friday. If I get there tonight, I could be parked up for 33 odd hours or something. Just thought I'd record this little clip to end the video properly. Now I've let my blood pressure resume to a normal level. So yeah, basically I decided it's now Friday morning. I've just tipped that load over here and just south of Bristol, kind of by Weston-super-Mare. It's not actually quite in Weston-super-Mare, but it's nearby. So I decided Wednesday night to tackle the diversion in the end, just because I had the time on my side, I had the energy, and I think I mentioned at the time that I didn't really just want to spend yesterday sat on the M4 in traffic. If I could help it, I thought I'd rather get it done in the night when the roads are quieter. So the diversion ended up costing me like 35 minutes, and in the end that would have put me like it would have put me like 5 or 10 minutes away from actually making it here. But that is the way of the UK at the minute, I'm afraid. Like, you just can't go anywhere without sitting in some kind of roadworks or traffic. So, you know, it is what it is. But I mean, I didn't really need anything. I didn't particularly want to, you know, go in Cobham services and pay to park there. No, I mean, I claim the money back anyway. We can get the money back if I ever pay to park, but it's not really the point. I didn't really want to pay to just park for the night because I didn't need anything. I didn't want anything. I'd had a shower on the boat. I'd had food on the boat. All I really wanted was somewhere to put my head down for a bit. So I ended up doing the diversion, or doing a diversion around the closure on the M25. I got onto the M4 in the end, got as far as Chippenham, and just found a lay-by. Called it for the night, got my head down, and then got up yesterday and completed the journey. So that is now us finished with this job, and we move on to the next. So I just wanted to say, as always, a massive thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support and your kind comments. I've got the best subscribers. You're all very nice and supportive, and 99.5% positivity in the comments, and I'm here for it. I love it. So as always, again, like I said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.